In this week's Tableau Tip Tuesday, I'm going to show you how to use set actions to create a view that allows you to drill down from region to state. For example, if I click on the Northeast or the East region here, you can see I drill into states in the East. If I click on the West region, I drill into states from the West, but all of the other regions remain as complete regions. So let's go ahead and build out this view. To start off with, you'll notice that my region field does not have a geographic role. So let's go ahead and set that to be built upon by state. So I'm going to right click on region, go down to geographic role, create from state. And Tableau automatically builds a hierarchy for me. I'm going to go ahead and put country in this hierarchy as well. And if I double click on region and set the mark to map, you can see I get a nice filled map. I'm going to go ahead and put state onto color. And I kind of like the way that looks, except I want to put a white border around the edges. And I'm going to wash out my background because all I want to see is the region. So I'm going to go to my map layers and wash it out completely. And then the last thing I'm going to do is get rid of the borders that are around the map. So I'm going to right click in the white space, choose format, go to my borders option, set my row divider to none, and set my column divider to none. Okay, so let's go ahead and build out this view. So again, what we want to do is I want to be able to click on the West region and have it drill into the states for the West. So I'm going to right click on my region field from my data pane and create a set based on that field. And I'm just going to call it region selected and hit OK. And right now this set doesn't do anything, but I'm going to create a calculated field that tells me what to do with it. So I'm going to call this one drill to state, because what I want to do is I want to say if they pick a region, then give me the states for that region. Otherwise, don't do anything. Okay, so now we have this drill to state field, and we also need to assign this one a geographic role based on the region. So I'm going to right click on drill to state, go down to geographic role, and create that from region. And let's go ahead and drop that onto the details shelf now as well. So when I click so notice how nothing is happening yet. That's because I haven't set up my set action. So I'm going to go up to worksheet and then actions. I'm going to add a new action that is based on changing the set values. So I'm going to call this region to state. And the way I want to set this up is I wanted to update the region set. And after I deselect, I want it to remove all set values. That means remove the states from the set. So hit OK and hit OK again, or actually it removes the regions from the set. Okay, so now when I click on the West region, you see it drills into the states in the West. And then I can click off and it goes back to the full region. I can do the same thing for the East. And there we go. Now notice my tooltip looks a bit messy because it says drill to state Pennsylvania. So I don't really like the way that looks. So, but it's okay. Yeah. So I've got this weird drill to state thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean up my tooltips, and I'm going to put maybe I'll put my my state here, and then after it I'm going to put the region, or maybe I'll put the region first. So let me insert the region. Okay, and then I'll have the state after it. And let's go ahead and just put the sales amount there. Good enough for now. I'd probably clean it up a bit more. So now it just says the East. If I drill in, it then says the East and Pennsylvania. I would probably make that a bit better of a calculation, but you get the idea. I just wanted to clean up the tooltips. Okay, so now the issue is when you put this into a dashboard. Okay, so we're happy with it. We want to stick it into a dashboard. I'm just going to set my dashboard to just something simple. I'm going to go ahead and throw the color in there. Let me just hide the title for now. So now when I click on it, notice how it doesn't do anything because Tableau now ignores worksheet actions once you put it into a dashboard. So you have to redo your actions in the dashboard. So it's the same steps. But this time we go up to dashboard and then actions. We're again going to add a change set values, and I'm going to call this region to state. And I'm going to pick my sheet, which is sheet 1. I'm going to tell it what's set to update. And again, I want to choose remove all values, hit OK again. And now we're back in business just like we were before. So hopefully you found this tip useful. And Lorna will be back next week with her tip, and I'll be back in 2 weeks with mine. Have a great day.